Hello and welcome. My name is Jessica Gem. Today I'm going to be designing a critter. For starters here, you can see that I'm doing some sketches of actual animals. The direction I'm going for this creature is using my favorite animals to make the perfect mythical creature for me based on June's prompt from the Artistry Discord. As someone always stuck in my imagination, I can never decide what one animal I would choose to be if given the option by a wandering wizard. So I wanted to design something with my favorite features from the whole gaggle of them. My favorite animals, in no particular order because I can't decide my fave and that's the point of this, are dragons, foxes, flying foxes, cats, horses, and this last one is less of an animal and more of a concept, but the feathered wings of birds. Birds are cool too, but I'm specifically a fan of the wings. In my sketches of animals, I'm doing my best to mentally break down the shapes and proportions used, while also thinking about what makes me actually like them, what features stand out, and what elements I really want to focus on bringing in. From dragons, I really love the mix of gentle curves and sharp points. The curved necks and incredibly intelligent eyes, which hold the wisdom of eons or the brutality of madness. I'm hoping to make a benevolent or friendly creature, so I'll probably lean closer to the former. From foxes, I love the fluffiness, the elegant legs and pointed snouts, and how expressive their faces are. I like that they have both feline and canine properties, which are also often put into dragon designs as well, so I feel that they'll meld well together. From flying foxes, or fruit bats, a big part of why I like them as an animal is because they look a lot like foxes, but they can fly. I love the idea of being able to fly. If humans can ever modify themselves to be able to have physical wings, I am the first in line to sign up. No airplanes, no jetpacks, no hover boots. I want to be able to fly. Anyways, they've also got really big eyes, cute faces, and they wrap themselves up all nice and snug, which I would want to do as well if I had wings. Or when I have wings. I want wings. From cats, well, who doesn't look at a cat and think, I wish I were you? Sleeping in the sun, soft as heck, able to jump and climb around, small enough to explore, but big enough to not be easily crushed. Adorable, just, yes, cats. I didn't even think I was a cat person, cause I've met cats before and they've never been super nice. Plus, I had severe allergies to them when I was younger, but I've mostly grown out of the allergies and having been around big and small dogs, I know they're my preference now. This is definitely not at all because I got the sweetest little kitten recently who loves to cuddle me, makes the cutest meows, doesn't aggressively bite or scratch, on purpose, is a beautiful little angel baby and I would die for her. Her name is Kit Kat, by the way. As far as physicality from cats, I love their mobile tails, short snouts, size-changing pupils, dexterity, and smooth fur. And everything else about them, but lest I go on forever, on to the next. From birds, wings. Feathered bird wings. Feathers are so pretty. Wings are, yes. Birds are cute, little tweets, good critters. They can have so many color variations, even with the main colors, as sometimes their feathers are almost iridescent. They've got such soft tummies and adorable little claws, so there's quite a bit to love about them as well. And last but certainly not easy to draw, horses. From horses, I think I don't want to take a ton of specific anatomy because horses are whack, dude. I think I'll mainly try to lean on the strength and sturdiness, as I feel those are the most useful elements to me. I may also be able to add mane fluff if I need a bit more detail on the head, so that may work its way in at some point too. When I was younger, I was kind of a horse girl, which may not surprise you, and to this day, I still think they're absolutely incredible animals. Majestic, powerful, wild, and free, truly dazzling. I also had a brief dolphin phase. You're welcome for the smidgen of the nonsense inside my head. Now that I have all the practice done, it's time to actually get designing. I started out by laying out the 3 design shapes, square, circle, and triangle, just to make myself mix things up, and also keep my first pass options all the same size, so that I could more clearly tell the differences. What I discovered as I went is that, 1, I did not like the triangle, and 2, when you mix this set of animals together, they all look like you drew a bat, fox, or deer wrong. I tried a few different proportion sets, switching up the feature types and trying to create a variety, but didn't quite end up with something I liked yet. I did narrow down a few options, like knowing that I wanted a solid nose instead of just the nostrils, more rounded soft shapes, much fluffy, and downward pointed eyes. Even with these decisions though, I still kept drawing the same look, so I took a quick break to work on the body. Now, this came together super easily. I knew right off the bat that I was going to use their wing structure, with the almost finger-like spindles, as well as the webbed skin connecting to other parts of the body. I also planned to have a sturdy core, so I took that from horses, and for the legs, I kind of just shortened and chunked up the cat/fox legs. They have very similar legs. For the tail, I took the idea of some dragon concepts where it's prehensile and can be used as an extra limb, combined with some of the horse/fox fluff represented as feathers to tie in the wings. A lot of the elements of these animals overlap, but I really wanted to try and make all of them well represented. I was having so much fun just drawing this little creature over and over, and while I was doing that, I narrowed down a few more things about the design. The bat wings have feathers because I really want them to have feathers. Plus, with dinosaurs likely having them, I figured that dragons would probably have had them too. I connected the wing webbing to the sides of the body and the tail like they are in bats, but only to a certain point so as not to restrict movement of the limbs. They have a reptile-like split tongue, and their paws are a combination of the roundness of cat beans, the higher middle toes and lower outer toes of foxes with one raised in front, and the dragon fourth claw on the back of the foot. This claw would also help with landing on branches or narrower surfaces from flight, just like it does for birds, so it's also very practical. At this point, I'm also considering little horns, which I'll test again now that I'm revisiting the face. I really like how the placeholder ones I was drawing on the body were looking, so I tried to make the proportions similar, as well as using the features of the horse's ears, cat's snout shape, bat nose, fox fur, dragon tongue, and little teeths to stick out because I love thems. I drew a few more full body shots to make sure I had a good sense of how it would move, and if it were more or less plausible, as far as a mythical creature can be anyways. I love this so much, it turned out even better than I hoped. To decide the name of this creature, I looked up some translations of feathered fox/cat and winged fox/cat in Latin, Greek, and French. But nothing worked well, so I'm calling this creature a fleck. I thought of it while I was working, and it's stuck in my head. The sound it makes is a mix between a purr, meow, and a bit of a whinny, as well as squeaking, purring, and chirping. There would be variance in color, type, and amount of fur based on the climate, diet, predators, prey, etc. Flecks are omnivores, eating fish and small animals, berries, and even general plant life depending on the availability of the other foods. They are rather skittish, but also curious, so while they don't love being around busy areas, you may see them flitting the ancient fey paths at night. Generally wild, flecks may be befriended if calm and consistent attempts are made, with offerings of food, toys, and shiny things. They will come and go as they please, but if one truly earns their trust, then even some affection and cuddles could be acquired. I feel like I could go on with the behaviors, breeds, origins, and more for ages as my mind falls deep into the not yet existing history of these perfect little beasts. If you have any lore ideas to add, or want me to do a video further diving into my thoughts for this species, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you love this critter as much as I do. That's all for now, so farewell and have a wonderful day.